Swatia, and today I'd like to talk about the all-important topic of character or building character. The dictionary definition for character is mental or moral qualities distinctive to an individual. But I don't think this definition gives strength to the word or gives power to the word character. Jim Rohn explains the origins of the word character. It is a Greek word for chisel or the mark of a chisel. A chisel is a cutting tool with a sharp metal edge used to create sculptures out of hard material. It is used to strip away things that get in the way in order to get to what is necessary, to what is essential. So I think the origins of the word give more value to the word as compared to the dictionary definition. We are a hard material that is sculpting in order to build our character. We have to chisel out our character from the raw material that is ourselves. I read a book last year named Character Building by BookerTWashington. The book is a collection of addresses that BookerTWashington gave every Sunday to the students of Tuskegee Institute. The book was published in 1902, but I do believe that a great number of chapters in the book are still relevant even today. I've selected a few chapters that I think are highly valuable, and I can only hope that you find value in them too. If you'd like a soft copy to the book, please have a look at the description box for a link. Also, before I go any further, please do the right things, like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more awesome content. Chapter 1: Two Sides of Life. Life can be divided in many ways, but this book primarily focuses on two ways: the bright side of life as well as the dark side of life, which can also be interpreted as the discouraging side of life as well as the encouraging side of life. People also fall into these two ways. People are either encouraging or discouraging, in both their thought, in their talk, as well as in their actions. Some people are continuously training themselves to look at the dark side of life, and others are consciously or unconsciously training themselves to look at the bright side of life. But to go too far in either direction can lead to mistakes. The people who accomplish most in the world, the people who are highly useful and helpful in every way, are the type of people who appreciate both the dark side and the bright side of life. For example, if you're having breakfast and you find that the rolls are not so agreeable, however the coffee is very satisfying, get into the habit of forgetting about the rolls and complimenting the satisfying coffee. What is the result of this schooling? You will grow into a person that people like having around. You will grow into a person that people seek out for encouragement when times are discouraging. It is the weak individual who constantly calls attention on the dark side or the discouraging side of life. It is a bad habit to be constantly moody and discouraging, and it makes other people uncomfortable. Secondly, do not dwell on the mistakes of others. Everyone makes mistakes, regardless of their work position. I've come across people who believe that people in certain high positions are not supposed to make mistakes. They somehow believe that the position makes them immune to mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, regardless of their position. It is the person of fine character who, when they realize that they've made a mistake, they frankly and simply say, "I have made a mistake," or "I don't know." It is the bright person who is able to say, "I don't know." Thirdly, education is not what a person can hold in their head. Education is what a person can find. Daniel Webster said, "The truly educated person is not the person who can hold all the knowledge in his head, but the person who knew where to go for quality knowledge on any subject." Each individual who wishes to be successful must get into this discipline of not trying to hold all the knowledge in his head, but to know where to seek quality knowledge on every subject. Chapter 2 is helping others. The purpose of education is for you to be strong and intelligent enough to help other people. If in all your education you are not able to help other people, then all your education has been in vain. Now it is important to know that you can only help others when you yourself are strong. There are some people in the world who never think, who never map out a plan for themselves. They always have to wait to be told what to do. Such people are not worth very much. We want people who are going to think. We want people who are going to prepare themselves. Washington proceeds to tell a story of a janitor who should have noticed and fixed a creaking door before being told to fix it. The janitor should have noticed the creaking door and put oil on it before being told to do it. If we cannot produce a person who can notice a creaking door and put oil on it before being told, how can that person be trusted with matters of the state? Those who have to wait for others to put ideas into their mind are not worth anything. We want thinkers and we want leaders. There is no space or time for people who are weak in mind, morals, and industry. Chapter 3. The Rocks Ahead. Do not look for trouble, but also equally prepare for it. It is the wise individual who prepares for trouble, who prepares for discouragement. It is the wise individual who makes up his mind that life is not always going to be sunshine, that discouraging times could always be up ahead. It is the wise individual who understands that they could meet discouraging times along the way, and that it is wise to prepare for them beforehand. I think you will find that running into hard times, running into difficulties now and then helps to make an individual strong. It helps to make an individual powerful. Secondly, a great number of you are going to be disappointed. The average individual thinks that they know more than they actually do. It is the very rare individual who thinks they know less than what they actually do. Such an individual is ready for life. The fourth chapter is the virtue of simplicity. BookerTWashington starts off the talk with an acknowledgement that the Tuskegee Institute has come into great prominence or success in the past few months. He then proceeds to warn the students about the dangers of success. You must remember that often with institutions as well as with individuals, success may injure more than poverty. This line made me remember another line from a book called As a Man Thinketh. A man may be cursed and rich, and a man may be poor and blessed. Blessedness and richness are only joined together when the riches are wisely and rightly used. And the poor man only descends into wretchedness when he regards his situation as being burdensome and unrightly imposed. Secondly, BookerTWashington warns against being stuck up, as he says this is a sure way for people to lose confidence in you. He also says this is a way for you to lose support and then slowly fall into decay. You will find in the long run, the people with the most influence in the world are those who are humble and simple. Thirdly, we only succeed in relation to our effort. So in whatever you do it the best possible way that it can be done today. And then tomorrow, do it better than today. And then next week, do it better than you did this week. And lastly, remain simple in your outward appearance as well as simple in your speech. No one can hold back elements of strength that the world recognizes, that the world has always recognized, and that the world will always recognize. Simplicity can be worldly recognized. The fifth point is, don't be discouraged. There are a number of things that enter a person's life which prevent them from doing their very best. One of these things is the disposition of being discouraged. Many people who could succeed, who could graduate from school, fail to succeed nor graduate from school because they became discouraged. Now, I want to suggest to you that discouragement as an element of life has a purpose. I do not believe that any element of life is without purpose. I believe the effort that you put in overcoming your obstacles gives you strength and character. I would rather see you struggle to elevate yourself than see you having too much money and too much ease. You are blessed. It is very rare to find a man or a woman who has great comfort that comes from great ease, who is of great help to themselves and a great help to others. It is not a curse to go through hard times, as long as you make up your mind that you're going to overcome the obstacles and hardships that surround you. And lastly, the last chapter is what will it pay? There is no question asked more by people starting out their career than what will it pay? Booker T. Washington then proceeds to tell the testimony of 40 successful business people. These people are questioned on whether or not it pays to be dishonest in business. They all unanimously confess that one cannot permanently succeed in business if one is dishonest in their business dealings. When you are tempted to be dishonest with other people's money, stop and question yourself, what will this pay? When you are tempted to be dishonest with other people's properties, stop and ask yourself, what will this pay? Continuously ask yourself, whenever you are tempted to be dishonest, what will this pay? Character is power. If you want to be a powerful person in the world, then you must develop a strong character. However, you cannot develop a strong character if you give into every temptation. And that's it. I hope you found value in this video. If you found value in this video, please do the good things, like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more awesome content. I am BookerTWashington, and I thank you. Bye.